Hi guys, I am here with a true story out of our book Amazing Stories of Life After Death. Okay, this one has a Bible verse before it. 1 John 2:28, which says, "And now, little children, abide in him, so that when he is made visible, he may have and enjoy perfect confidence, and not be ashamed and shrink from him at his coming." And this story is called A 4-Year-Old and an Angel. One cold winter night in 2004, Nick woke up to the smell of smoke. Intense heat filled the master bedroom, the air too thick to inhale. Reaching over to his wife, he tried to rouse her as he screamed, "Kaylee, do you smell smoke?" As his wife forced herself to wake, she replied, "Yeah, I do. We better get out of here." Nick tried to stay calm while he and his wife covered their faces and felt their way out of the bedroom. Their 2 young children slept in separate bedrooms at the opposite end of the mobile home. They could feel the intensity of the heat pouring from the flames as they groped their way through the living room, past the kitchen, and into the entrance to the hallway. Nick knew it was impossible to get through the hallway to save the kids. He turned back to Kaylee in a panic and yelled above the crackling of the flames, "Get out of the house!" Kaylee shot back, pointing down the hallway. "But Nick, the kids!" Kaylee welled up with tears. Her babies were down that hallway. Nick grabbed her and forced her outside onto the front lawn. Dressed in only a lightweight nightgown, the winter air cooled and outside of her body. Inside, a fire of its own raged. She needed to get her boys. Later, she discovered she had sustained intensive burns. Flames poured from every window of their mobile home. As she struggled to catch her breath, the entire structure engulfed in flames was almost too hot to even look at. Nick ran along the side of the single-wide mobile home, looking for a place to enter. He took a chance through a door on the porch. Inside, he fumbled for the knob of the kids' bedroom door. He could hear the kids crying and found his boys clinging to each other inside one of the bedrooms. Both boys were covered in thick black layer of smoke. Choking on the acrid heaviness, Nick forced his way out with both boys, one under each arm. Their skin was badly burned, and their pajamas had melted to their skin. Oh, they had to be so scared. Those poor little boys. With flames burning away their clothes, Nick dropped the boys on the lawn. Kaylee screamed, "Oh my God, Connor and Cameron!" Nick collapsed to the ground in a heap. He had sustained life-ending injuries from the flames. As this realization fell on Kaylee, she screamed, "Nick! Oh my God!" "I've saved the kids, Kaylee, but I'm not going to make it," he gasped. No, you're going to be all right. You're going to make it through this." Nick died that horrible night. Kaylee, Connor, and Cameron were transported to a nearby trauma center. 4-year-old Connor and his 2-year-old brother Cameron were placed in the pediatric intensive care unit. Kaylee was sent to an adult intensive care unit. Connor suffered severe burns on his face, neck, chest, and both hands. His therapy included pressure garments to his hands in an attempt to minimize the scarring. This was done to try to protect his joints, an attempt to give him some sort of functioning hands once he healed. The staff, however, felt he would never be able to use his hands again. That's how bad it was. Despite his young age, Connor was a complaint patient. He let the nurses and doctors do whatever needed to be done without complaining. His psychological and social health was waning. He was somber, and he suffered with nightmares nightly. He was having a very difficult time adjusting, not only to the changes in his body, but also to how alone he was. With his mother and brother still being treated for burns themselves, he was alone most of the time, except for medical staff. A child psychologist was finally called to consult with Connor. After a month of these difficulties, one night nurse, Tabitha, was caring for Connor. She noticed that she wasn't fretting through the night as he typically did. She checked on him many times through the night, and each time Connor was sleeping like a baby. He was so peaceful. She attempted to turn off the monitors connected to him, but she knew she couldn't do that. As she was preparing to leave the next morning, Connor woke up. "Hey, sleepy eyes. You sure slept good last night. What was different?" Connor blinked his beautiful blue eyes. The dressings covering his face and neck left his eyes to express emotion. "A man came in and sat down with me last night. He held my hand all night long." And that's where the story ends. Say it was an angel. Say it was probably Jesus. He came in and sat with the little boy and let him sleep so he'd know he was okay. Wow. That was a sad one, wasn't it? Wow. I wasn't expecting that. A 4-year-old and an angel.